What's up, watchers of the Marvel Multiverse? Welcome back to the Marvelous Wave, and today we have yet another post-Spider-Man No Way Home update, as we continue our look at an interview with the writers of Spider-Man No Way Home, as well as what they commented about Tobey and Andrew Garfield and their experience with the movie. In the interview last night, we actually learned that both Tobey and Andrew signed on to No Way Home without reading the script, stating that they trusted the creatives involved and trusted them to do a good job. They were also promised, though, that their roles would not be relegated to cameos, which was the same promise made to all of the villains returning, with Willem Dafoe stating several weeks back that this was one of the main reasons that he too returned. The idea that Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin would have an important role in the film to come, and would not just be a small cameo and a side character, which of course none of these characters from the past films were at all. Today, though, we want to highlight some comments made about Andrew Garfield and his return, and what they talked about concerning Andrew Garfield's story returning to the role of Spider-Man after so many years, and what that character has gone through, as well as the defining moments that they wanted to lean into heavily in Spider-Man No Way Home and the growth of the character as well. Before we get into it though, we are giving away another Far From Home hot toy. The rules basically are all you have to do is like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and follow the rest of the simple rules in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get into these comments. This again comes from MCU Direct. McKenna first shared how Andrew Garfield really loved the idea that Peter Parker is still tortured over Gwen Stacy's death in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, saying that they thought it was cool to explore this current phase. Andrew really loved the idea of he's still tortured over what happened in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and where we last left him, and how they could bring that to Tom. We can empathize with you. We do know what you were going through. If anyone in this world knows what you're going through, it's us. But also, we can be beacons. Tobey especially has come through that darkness. We thought it was important to show though that Andrew's Peter is still very much in the midst of that darkness, whereas Tom's is just beginning, Tobey is through it, Andrew is in the middle of it. The Marvel screenwriter continued by pointing out that Garfield and Tobey Maguire's heroes are going through their own things in the movie and are not two awesome Jedi Knight heroes who show up and are going to help take down the bad guy. They have their own emotions at stake. They weren't just here to go, two awesome Jedi Knight heroes who just show up and are going to help you take down the bad guys. They are going through their own personal things. We were trying to write up to the characters that they did such a great job of creating all those years ago, and really being true to those characters and those stories and those worlds, so that it didn't feel like we were doing a curtain call and fan service. The writers then went on to reveal Andrew Garfield had some major input in the actual script for the film, saying this: Andrew really leaned into the lonely middle brother. That's one of the things we started saying. He's the middle brother. You have the elder brother Tobey, who is the wise one. Andrew, though, has the middle sibling thing. He feels like he's not getting the attention of the other two. It works so great for that character. Andrew leaned into the middle brother syndrome. The baby one is getting all the attention. What about me? He's obviously hurting inside. I think he has so many great flourishes, and so does Tobey. I think that dynamic of brothers, that's why it's so great when Andrew says, God, I always wanted to have brothers. While simplistic, it's a great paradigm for the three of them coming together, and you want to feel like, oh, it's not just doppelgangers. They are all different people. For me personally, and I'm sure many of you guys would agree, Andrew Garfield's return in No Way Home is my absolute favorite performance of a Spider-Man in that film. And I think that Tobey as well as Tom do a great job as well. Getting to see Andrew back in the costume though, and to be going through the things that he's going through was heartbreaking and yet strangely appropriate for the character that he built in his duology. He's a character that's been through so much, and like they said, he's right in the middle of it. But he's on the way out, and he's learning from his experiences. The rage that Tom is just beginning to go through, and again the rage that Tobey has conquered. It's also great to hear these wonderful insights that Andrew Garfield had into the character, and how he's still tortured by the events of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and what was going on when we last saw him. I also love the idea that all of these Peter Parkers are not doppelgangers, and they're all very different characters, but are simply related, almost like, as they say, a brotherhood, as it comes across like that very well in No Way Home. But anyway, my friends, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the contributions that Andrew Garfield had to the script and the things that he wanted to see in his Peter Parker when he returned? Also, what are your thoughts on how Andrew Garfield's character is still in the midst of his suffering, while characters like Tom is just starting and Tobey has made it through? As always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and I'll hopefully catch you guys in the next video.